What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm continuing to show you how to make Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 in Minecraft. This is part 12, and we're going to be getting most of the walls and, like, the train of the game station done. As in the train itself, and then the walls. I almost said train tracks, but I'm a part behind on that for some reason. Anyway, yeah, that's really all I have to say. Why is G-Force annoying me in the top corner of my screen? Whatever, and yeah, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alright, so we are going to immediately start by building the train because I want to get the dumb thing out of the way. You want to start off by getting out yellow concrete, bamboo signs, bamboo fence gates, bamboo stairs, bamboo slabs, and everybody gets that one, huh? What else will we go with? I guess we'll start with the one itself. So lime concrete, gray concrete, light blue concrete, and red concrete. I think we'll finish the structure of it. I'm not really sure. So we will start at the back here, and we're going to mark out every single wheel. Yes, I said it, every single one. So head to the center here, and you want to be at the very center of the entire build. I'll place a lime concrete here just so I know where I am. So again, you can just use this row of 5 actually of the red concrete that sticks up above the little opening here that will eventually be the statues. And if you just trace it all the way back, you'll just kind of be on this first polished sheep side here. So I'm going to do the same thing on my other account to make sure that I actually know where the center of anything is. So left and right of this block by 2, you'll place a yellow concrete. So they'll be 3 blocks away from each other like so. You don't actually want anything on the center. You'll then twice going out from either of those, go out with a bamboo fence gate. That's not a fence gate. There we go. Yellow concrete, fence gate, yellow concrete. And you'll just do that. Then going right, you'll do the same thing from this one. So you'll leave a gap of 3, concrete, fence gate, concrete, fence gate, concrete. Going left, you will do something a little bit different. You will still leave the gap of 3, but on this block, you'll place an upside-down bamboo stair facing right. You will need a placeholder for it. Left of it, you'll have an upside-down stair facing left, and then you'll place a regular set of stairs on top that face towards each other. Left of the bottom of this, you'll leave a gap of 1 and place a concrete. Then left a fence gate, concrete, fence gate, concrete. You'll then leave a gap of 1 and place a bamboo plank, and then a bamboo slab. Off of the outside of each of the yellow concretes, you will place bamboo signs, like so, and these will create the wheels. And you'll have a lot of these. Hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am for the most part. Recording more of this. It never ends, does it? You want to copy what you just did on the opposite polished deep slate row, and if you have the signs, they will be facing backward this time instead. Well, you will have the signs, but the point is that they'll be facing the other way, or something like that. I don't know, I didn't really think that hard. But yeah, you just want everything to be the same. And this will just create both sets of wheels, along with it will actually start us out very nicely by marking out all of the trains themselves. You just don't know that it did, but it did, trust me. I never lie. That's also a lie somehow. I guess I should maybe create the 2x2 wheel. That would be smart. There we go. From this point, we're going to start with the leftmost one, which is the one that is different and also the biggest. This is probably a mistake, but I am going to... Well, no, I will change it. You will connect these bamboo planks together here with more bamboo planks. And then extend that said row of bamboo planks to the left and additional row for the middle 3. Then the middle 1 will be brought left again, and then you'll surround that end 1 in bamboo slabs on every side, except for, I guess, the top. On the row of 3, you'll take the front and back bamboo planks and place a slab on top of each, and then a plank in the center. On the row of 5, you will take the middle one and place 2 planks on top. And then the one just in front of it behind that, you'll also place a singular plank on top of, and you should have this. That is the weird little thingy-mabob that is part of the thing. Wow, well, that's so descriptive, isn't it? I just broke something. Hold on, let me fix that real quick, because I'm fixing the train. So, On top of these set of wheels here, really these 3 wheels, you'll place a lime concrete, I guess just directly on top of each yellow concrete. You'll connect them together and then extend them out on the sides by an additional 1 to create rows of what should be 7 if I did my math right. 4, 5, 6, 7, I did, nice. Just to the right of the top bamboo stairs here, you'll place a light blue concrete and connect them together, and then you should have this. The center can be filled in with gray concrete, which will be mostly your floor. Not all of it is actually visible for the floor, but you can see it from like down here, so it is nice to just make it all the same. We'll start with the light blue, actually, the row, and you want to bring this row of light blue up with 4 additional rows of, well, you guessed it, light blue concrete. The left and right top corners can be, or I guess the top corners can each be brought left by 3, and then you'll connect them down there. Also connect them together at the kind of left side there to create this framework. The other lime concretes, you'll place a singular light blue on top of each one. You'll then extend those rows of light blue concrete up diagonally in by 1 towards each other, I guess. And then going left to right in the middle here, you'll place 2 light blue, a lime, and then 4 light blue. The left side you are filling in with red concrete, which is this little 1 row, and the right side you're filling in with light blue, which is just going to be under this row. When you look at the inside, you kind of have the framework sticking in a row, and you have this kind of weird just shape. It'll make more sense later as to why I did that, but there is a valid reason, I swear. On top of the, I guess, framework of light blue, you'll place red concrete, which will then extend off of each side an additional 1, like so. Which I think it's a square, actually. No, it's not quite a square. It's just off. The top center is filled in with red concrete as well. Clear your inventory and get out. Paintings. Prismarine walls. Black stained glass panes. I almost just said painting again. I'm so smart. Chains. Lever. Polished deep slate slabs. Lightning rod. Mangrove buttons. Smooth quartz blocks, and I guess we'll end with that because that's 9 right there. So on either side, you will take the, I guess, right half or the back half of the train car, and in the top corner of light blue, you'll place a 1x1 painting. I have it as the green teacup dude, which resembles the green hand that you have to slap against the, not painting, it would be a scanner, but it's a painting in this situation, so leave me alone. And it is on this corner on both sides. It's not like right of the door or anything, it's just here. Like so. In each doorway, again, from the front specifically, you'll take the right half or the half closest to the painting and fill it in with prismarine walls. You'll extend the top and bottom prismarine walls out by 1, and then you'll place a black stained glass pane in the center from there. And that's your train door. Inside the train, if you look to the left, you want to call this the front of the train, because, well, it actually is the front of the train. You'll place a row of upside-down polished deep slate slabs kind of at the bottom here, and actually it's a row of upside-down stairs. I apologize, it is not slabs. I have clickbaited you so hard, but it's polished deep slate stairs, not whatever I just grabbed. And on the left stair, you want a lightning rod, and on the right, too, you want mangrove buttons. Bonus points if they face this way, or not, I don't really know, but bonus points if it's the same. On this little light blue row at the top, here on the right one, you'll place a lever that should be flicked to the left regardless of power on or power off. You'll place a chain just to the left of which you will do by crouching and then placing. That is the train horn, and this is the emergency brake lever, or whatever it is. Head back to the outside of the train and you will look it dead in the face, which it doesn't have one yet. It kind of looks like this is a nose, though. Left and right of this back row of light blue that is, I guess, the back part of this main portion of the train. I don't know my train terms very well. You'll place a chain on either side with a smooth quartz block on top. You can then clear your inventory and get out. Dark oak trapdoors. Dark oak signs. Nether brick walls. Yellow terracotta. A waxed exposed? Or waxed weathered copper trapdoor, my bad. I never can remember. We'll go warp stairs, warped planks, and I guess yellow terracotta, and maybe polished deep slate stairs again. This time it's actually stairs, I swear. So on the, I guess, front side of each smooth quartz block, you will place a dark oak sign with nothing on it. On the remaining sides you'll just place dark oak trapdoors, kind of opened up against these smooth quartz however they're placed. On top of this lime concrete, you'll place 3 nether brick walls, a yellow terracotta, and then a waxed weathered copper trapdoor. And that looks so goofy. Oh my god. I never looked at it straight on like this. That was not something I did while building, and I am glad I didn't, to be honest, although I guess it never lasts forever, does it? Either way, you want to head over to the next set of yellow concrete. It's just set here. There are 3 train cars, or passenger cars, I guess, rather, and we will start with this first one. On top of each yellow concrete, you'll place a warp stair facing out, and then again, you'll connect them together over top of the bamboo fence gates. You'll extend them out an additional 1 on the left and right. And then you'll connect them together at those points as well. Wow, this is really going to be a 20-minute train tutorial, huh? You'll then fill in the center with warped planks. While we are considering it, or not considering it, you will place on the furthest right row of warped planks specifically, you'll place on the, I guess, outermost ones, the front and back ones, you'll place a couple of polished sheep slate stairs facing left. Going, well, left of that, you'll leave a gap of 1 and do the same thing not once, but twice. Just to get the seats out of the way so we don't have to worry about getting through, because there is no door to these, which I find weird. Anyway, on top of the warp stairs, you'll place a row of yellow terracotta going around. At the front and back, going left to right, or right to left on top of the yellow, doesn't matter. You'll place... Oh, we got yellow terracotta twice? Frick. That's fine, whatever. You'll place a yellow terracotta, gap of 1, yellow terracotta, gap of 1, yellow terracotta, gap of 1, yellow terracotta, and again, you'll do the same on the back. The left and right are just yellow terracotta, simply. And then you'll place an additional row of yellow terracotta on top of that. By the way, I'm not going to get anything else out because anything else we need a combination of materials, so there's just no point. On top of the top yellow terracotta, you'll place warp stairs going around. And then you'll fill in the top center with warped planks. You'll have to do that 2 more times with different blocks. So if you clear your inventory, we'll start by getting out mangrove stairs and mangrove planks, cyan concrete, bamboo stairs and bamboo planks, red concrete, polished deep slate stairs, and I guess we'll get out light blue candle and light blue concrete. That'll actually be enough perfectly. How nice. Actually, we don't need a yellow, do we? Haha, we don't. That's brilliant. So anyway, the next train car is made out of mangrove for the base. So you'll just start with the mangrove stairs on top of the yellow concrete and bamboo fence gates, which will extend off the left and the right by 1. And then connect together at those endmost rows. I'll be a little bit quicker with these because it's just the same thing, just different blocks. Mangrove planks filling in the floor here, and then you'll have the polished deep slate stairs facing left every other block on the outermost rows of mangrove planks. You'll place cyan concrete on top of the mangrove stairs. And then on the front and back rows, which I guess are the left and right of the train, you'll just place cyan concrete every other block, starting with the first and ending with the last. Sides are just simply cyan concrete, these short walls, and then you'll have a full row of cyan concrete on top. Mangrove stairs on top of that. And then mangrove planks to close it off. The next one is bamboo for the base, so I don't know why I'm placing planks here. It should be bamboo stairs, but regardless, whatever. Which will overhang off these sides by one and then connect together. Okay, just what I wanted to do. Center is bamboo planks. Stairs facing left in each of the rows, or each of the every other rows, like that pattern, and then you'll have your red concrete on top of the bamboo, making sure you have the windows on the front and back, which are just literally nothing. You could barrier them off if you wanted, but they're one block holes, so who's going to notice anyway? It's not like you can just, I mean, you can crawl through there, but there's no trapdoor or anything to do that with. And then the ceiling is also bamboo. Nice. I feel like there should be more cars to this, not gonna lie. Between each of these cars, we'll have a single concrete in the center. So it's really just from these stairs. You'll place left of, I guess, whatever middle stair is. And on this first one, between the cabin, I want to call it, and the first train car, you'll have a red concrete. But this one also has a light blue candle on top. Between the cyan and yellow will be a light blue, if I could place it. And then the final one will be a red again. And that is your train. Done. Nice. You can clear your inventory, I guess, and get out cyan concrete, yellow concrete, red concrete, and gray concrete. And that should be everything we need to maybe finish off this part. I'm not really sure. So, I guess we'll start from the back, actually, and kind of, well, no, we can start from where we are here on the right. The left and the right have the same thing happening, just there is a door on one of them, which we won't even probably worry about yet. But you want to do the same thing going back from each of the, I guess, bottom gray concrete, yeah, the ones in the floor. You'll go over and you will place 6 cyan concrete. And then 7 red concrete. 4 cyan. 7 red. 4 cyan. 7 red. And then 4 cyan. 7 red will end eventually, I swear. 4 cyan. 7 red. 4 cyan. 7 red. And then, is this where we end? I think it's where we end. Yeah, I kind of lost track. Is there one more? No, there's not. It'll be after that. 7 cyan. And then we'll stop there, because we end up going in from that point. So I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, again, do the same thing on the other side. The only numbers I'll give you are the first and last cyans again. And I want to say the first was 6 cyan, but I already forget. So I will double check before I completely commit you to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 cyan to start. And then from here, it's just alternating 7 red and 4 cyan until we end with a row of red that is basically at the end of the straight row here. Which is soon here. 1, 2, and then it's here, you see, so I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cyan, and I will make sure that these line up, because if they don't, then I made a mistake, which it looks like they do. They don't. Wow, I'm so smart. I think I just, like, added a 5 or a something like that. I literally just had an extra one on the beginning. That's so awesome. So I would recommend bringing the gray concrete at the top all the way back and then just connecting the cyan into it to start. And then we can kind of make the archways from that point. Rather than trying to go block for block each time, we'll just kind of carve them, or I guess build them in almost. which is literally how they are. They're built in, like 2 blocks. But yeah, and then you'll just kind of end up with a lot of walls. At least we'll be far enough to actually be able to look at it and be like, yep, there's walls there, rather than just looking at it and being like, what am I seeing? It's a floor. That'll be nice. Nice change. But yeah. Anything interesting to point out, I guess, at this point in the tutorial? Not really. Although once we do this, we can mark out all of the yellow walls in their entirety, and then that means we have to do the ceiling, which is not going to be fun, but it shouldn't be the worst. It's just going to be very grindy, unfortunately. Oh yeah, we gotta do the platform, too. I was gonna do that after the train, and then I got distracted by these. Oh well, that's not gonna be exactly something I'll miss, because there's stuff on it, and it's on both sides of the train. I just kind of forgot about it right now, I guess. That's okay, though. And then again, I'll do the same thing on the other side here, and that will just help us fill stuff in. I'm not going to worry about the... Well, I guess we could. I was going to say I'm not going to worry about the front side, but I guess you could fill that up as well, but I don't really know. Yeah, I might just get that out of the way. It's not really a huge, like, step. It's just kind of getting an extra wall done. Less walls we have to worry about later, the better. Even though that's like a 15-second wall, but that's besides the point. It is weird when you think about it, though. The fact that this thing is like 4 levels of pathways. Because it has the train tracks, the lower level, obviously the red level, and then it has the level above the cyan. It's a large room, for sure. But I'm definitely happy with how it turned out. Feels very... I wish it was more square, although I don't know if that's an in-game issue or a me issue. I don't know. But yeah, I guess you should probably connect the front portions, connecting the gray up to the cyan, like I am now. Just right here. With however many rows it is. So I'll just take this last gray and connect it down with cyan. And just fill in the, what is it, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, it's 8 again. Who would have guessed? But yeah, just the 8 rows of cyan. And then again, that'll set us up in good shape to do the sidewalls later. But that probably will be next part. If I had to take a wild guess. Not really sure. Well, we'll probably do the train doors next part. And then once we have those, we'll do... yeah, the yellow walls, I guess. So you should end up with this. We won't worry about doing the archways just yet, because I want to get the entire wall in place first. So we'll go above this time on these sides, and I believe it still stays symmetrical. Yeah, it does. Until we actually go to the back wall again. But from here, you'll go kind of, at least from the left side, or go back diagonally. Right one, back one. And then you will count back by 6. Oh god, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and right by 1, and you'll place a cyan. We'll then go back diagonally, right 1, back 1, back diagonally, right by 2, right 1, back diagonally, right 1, and then you'll count right by 6 again, and back by 1, place a cyan, and then extend it to the right by 1. So, again, same thing on the other side, and then we'll bring that up as well, except we'll have to kind of mark out the gray. So, back diagonally left, back, count back 6, left 1, cyan, back diagonally left, back diagonally left by 2, left, back diagonally left, then count left by 6, back 1, cyan, left 1. So I will confirm that that is just kind of at that one diagonal right there, which it is. And it should be on the other side as well in all theory, but you never really know. Yeah, okay, it is. So again, when you bring these cyans up, you'll have the same thing with this gray, I think, where it is in another block. We don't have the iron bars to deal with, but yeah, I do still have the gray like that for consistency. And so I would just start with the cyan that we know we have, and then I'll explain it from there as to where you want to place it. It is just all going to be the same height, which we'll have to kind of figure out a little bit, but either way, it is just lining it up properly by either standing on it and looking across or just doing whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cyan above if you really need that. Although it shouldn't really be that hard in theory. Guess it isn't the easiest either, but, you know. And then we'll be able to start doing the archways. These 2 archways, or I guess 4 archways, are a little bit different. So we are going to have to worry about those later, but yeah. And they're also on a diagonal, which is just never fun. Especially when you're embedding something in a wall like that, it just is weird. Extrusions and intrusions both do not work at all on non-flat walls. It's just not it. But yeah, you should have this. And so, for that gray on the top, essentially all you're doing from this little, like, this inner portion is you're taking this outermost gray and you're extending it out by 2. Then, I guess you'll go kind of, like, towards the... Okay, well, I guess from the front one here, you'd go forward 2... Or, yeah, forward 2, right 1, and then connect forward. And from the back here, you'd go left 2, back 1, and then connect left with 3. It's kind of weird to explain because of the fact that we're going in 2 directions that are technically both out when you think about it. But you should have this. From the back here, we will be in the floor again, and you'll kind of be back diagonally in from this side. And I do both sides at the same time, just to help us with that. So you'll place 7 cyan moving in from here. It is 7 for real this time, I swear. And then 7 red. And again, I just do this on the other side to start, so we can end up in the center. Easier. Then going in from there, you'll place 4 cyan. And then 7 red again. Then 4 cyan again. And you should end with 5 red in the center, which is correct. And yet again, you will bring all of these up and just kind of work with whatever. And the gray will go around as well and on top. And yeah, that'll be your, like, cyan walls marked, which is really nice. The archways are not going to be fun, but it's fine. We'll ignore the corner ones for a while here, because they're just gonna be problematic, but we will do them later. That might not even be this part. Well, we have 12 minutes. I think I'll probably make the main of these time-lapse, because, yeah, it's like 18 of the same thing. Not really 18, but it's a lot. And then the 5-1 will also, I guess we'll do the 5-1 first, because that'll be a good point to start. It's really the only 5-1 that isn't on a diagonal, which is weird. I didn't think about that until now. I thought there was one on a flat wall, but I guess I'm wrong. I don't know. What do I know anyway? So, yeah, we will start from the top as we do these and just bring the gray down the specific amount that we need. So, yeah, again, if you look at all of them, all the gaps are even except for the corner ones, or the, I guess, diagonal ones, and then the one in the very center here, which is where we'll start. So the cyan in total should be 11, if I'm correct. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, which is correct. I will place from the top 6 rows of cyan moving down. Like this. And that should give me a square, if I'm correct, which I am. And then place an additional cyan concrete in each top corner. We'll just focus on filling that in later. For all of the other ones, you will place 3 cyan rows moving down. And then you'll place, I guess, 1 in the corner, and then just surround that block in more blocks like so to kind of create this shape instead. And if I count this, 4, 5, 6, I should see that that is the same, which it is. So again, to reiterate that a couple more times, or I guess one more time, 3 rows of cyan down. Block in each corner, and then you'll just place an additional block off each side of that corner like so. And those are kind of the archway shapes that we need. Now to fill them in, I mentioned there's a door on one of them, just kind of ignore that for now because it doesn't really matter. But you'll bring the cyan back just one additional row along with the red for the floor. And this is the same for all of them, including that small one. A block behind that, you will fill it in with yellow concrete. And that is really all that is important. Just like this. So again, to reiterate once more, the outer cyans and reds will be brought back by 1. And then a block behind that, you're filling it in with yellow concrete. And that'll give you some pretty nice arches, I would say. It's a very nice looking design, I'm not gonna lie, like, just in general for a facility. But yeah, you want to do this on all of the ones that are not on a corner. And I am gonna time-lapse it again because I would rather not sit here and do this for 5 minutes while making the video longer, and maybe I'll find something else to do at the end. But yeah, I will be back once these are all made, and yeah, I might use a structure block, you never know. Ignoring the multiple fails I made there, you should end up with this regardless of whatever may or may not have happened. So, I guess we'll do the diagonal ones now, because they aren't really that bad, they're just a little bit strange. So, if we start on the, I guess, right side here, you will take each of these grays, the outer grays, and extend them down with, again, 6 cyan concrete. Just like this. I don't know if I just forgot how long the video was at this point. That's really good. That's always something I would love to forget. I think it's like 25 minutes or something. I'll do these two at once, I guess, because it's not that hard once you start to break it down. You will then take the corners of cyan, and again, place another cyan moving just down from it. Take each cyan from that point and extend it out by 1, which will either be back or, like, right or left. One of the 3. And it'll just kind of give you this. Then a block behind that, you'll just fill it with yellow concrete, ensuring that you are staying outside of that cyan, and then you will have to fill in a little bit of the floor with red concrete, more than likely, but yeah. It's not insanely complicated. It is a little bit strange for sure, but it could certainly be worse. I may have exaggerated earlier, but it's okay. You should have this for the corners. And then again, the other side is the same thing, so it's just the 6 rows of cyan to start. Counting to 6 is hard for some reason, I don't know why. Such a big number. Not really. If you count it by 3s, it's always easier. Because it essentially is less counting, sort of, and then you'll place the additional block in each corner and take the kind of edges of cyan concrete back a block. But it's not really less counting, I guess. It's more so, and then again, you're filling in a little bit of the floor, and just a block behind all of the cyan, you're filling it in with yellow. Like, if I'm listening to music or something, I'll sometimes count, or like, talking in one of these tutorials, if I'm counting a number, I'll count the amount of 3s I count, rather than the actual number itself. It, for some reason, works, usually. Sometimes I'll get confused if it's like 15 or 18, but if it's like 9 or 6 or 12, I always can get it. Or anywhere in between, really, because it's just like, okay, so I've counted this many 3s, and this is 2 beyond that, so yeah, it's easy. There you go. It's looking pretty good. We're finally starting to get something built up, which is definitely more than I would have imagined happened in this part. Let's do the platform. So clear your inventory, I guess, of the whopping 4 materials you have and get out yellow concrete. bamboo slabs, bamboo trapdoors, yellow carpet, warped fence, and red carpet, along with, actually, we want red nether brick walls. So we'll start with the backside, because the backside is definitely the more complicated one, totally. If you head to the, like, red concrete over here, the, I guess, little platform, you'll, from the bottom of the train, you'll take, I guess, the wheel, and you'll place going out of it to yellow concrete. You will have to break iron bars for that. You'll have a 2x2 like this. You will break, if you're looking at it, left an additional row and right an additional 2 rows, preferably not breaking your lime concrete. Going out from that, you'll place a row of upside down bamboo slabs, then a row of regular bamboo slabs, then a row of bamboo trapdoors, and then a row of yellow carpet. I had to make it go a little bit further out with a little bit of an incline, or the decline, I guess, so that's how I did it. You'll take these sides of yellow concrete along with the upside down bamboo slabs and place warp fence on top, with red carpet on top of the warp fence, like so. The other side platform has a little bit more going for it. So if you head to the, I guess, actual, you know, front more so, you will this time place going outside of, or off of the wheel 4 yellow concrete from each of the 2 blocks. You'll extend it left by 2 rows along with all the way to the right until you align with the first window on the red car. So I will give you a number. It should be 20. If you don't get 20, don't really worry about it, but you just want to be under that first window on that red car. Or alternatively, your 2 rows of red off from the edge of the kind of upper platform here. You will take not the center of the platform, but the center of the room, which will be just between the yellow and cyan cars here. And you'll take the yellow concrete on the front and extend it forward by 1, like so. You can see where that is just like would slide perfectly in here. You'll then bring it down diagonally forward by 2 to connect into the red concrete, and then extend it both left and right by 3 each. Warp. Like so. Off the outer edges of yellow concrete, except you don't want to close off the front here. Obviously, you'll just place warp fence with red carpet on top. I have it on top of the, I guess, outer edges of this platform as well. There is just a gap here. You could, in theory, fall down and into the train tracks, but that's not really my problem. I do have it on these sides of these stairs, along with just in front of this, like, bottom step as well. And yeah, that's pretty much all that's important for that, I think. I think we're like 30 minutes in. I forgot. It's gonna hope that I'm just gonna assume that we're 30 minutes in. Usually I have a feel for it, but this time I just have zero, like, idea. I don't know at all. I don't even slightly want to pretend to know. So, we're gonna, I guess, start to mark out for the big boy walls. So, you just need cyan concrete for this and nothing else. And so, off of, is it all 3 sides 8 again? It is. So, off the 3 long sides of gray concrete, you want 8 rows of cyan concrete. This time, you do want to square this one off. And fill it all in. And it should line up with what we already have on the left and right. I'll make that 7, so when I bring this gray concrete here at the front all the way back with cyan, I'll be able to just slide right on by. But I should connect to it. Yes. Nice. And yeah, you're just filling this entire upper level. And this will be the size of the room. Minus the walls, I guess, because the walls do go one further out on these sides. But, you know, we got the main majority of it marked, and that's all that I particularly care about. And, yeah, then we have to do archways for the ceiling. But we won't worry about those just yet. I do probably want to mark the, like, walls and the start of the ceiling, because we do have a little bit of time here. But, yeah, I don't really think going much further than that will do any good for us, so I'm not going to try. And so I will make sure that this is 7 here, because I am always paranoid. Although I think at this point we are fine of any potential mishaps. Although I guess we'll really figure out once we build everything else, huh? But I mean, I feel like at this point in time, if I were to have made some crucial mistake, you would notice based on the fact that like these walls would not have lined up or the train tracks wouldn't have lined up, and they both lined up fine, so we are pretty much okay here. And then this will be definitely the final thing. We'll be like, yep, that's for sure correct. But yeah, done a good job, I'd say. I do applaud anybody who has followed this far and not been like, this is just going to be a horrible project and that it's gonna suck to have to make the entire thing. But, you know, this is definitely, I think after this room, the only other room you have to look at and be like, is statues. Although, I don't think the final room will be fun either. Like, the final room. Like, the final room we're gonna do on the entire map. I don't think it's gonna be a fun time, I'm gonna be honest. I took my video for it today because I am almost there, and yeah, it doesn't look like it'll be fun. There's a couple pit rooms and stuff, you know, the usual. A lot of grinding, but not much else other than that. So yeah, you should end up with this. Now, there is no curvature to these walls. It's just yellow concrete, really. So, you need yellow concrete and red concrete. And again, I would take this yellow concrete here at the front that we placed, at the, like, left and right, and just bring it all the way around this whole thing. I'm going to be the row above the cyan because I don't really feel the point of building the row below when you aren't going to see it anyway, and it's not going to help us mark anything at all. So yeah, just, you know, you're going to be up a block. Because usually we will build down in the floor just for reasons, but if we already have something to build off of that's up, then, you know, we might as well keep that one going. But, yeah. Like so. And I would also maybe recommend connecting this, like, forward and then just over, and when you do this, I'll take these two rows here of yellow and bring them, like, to the right, and then I'll just connect down to the corner. And once I connect down to the corner here, I'll see that I'm a block off because I don't know how to build properly. But I will end up just taking this and bringing this one all the way across, and I'll do the same in the front left-hand corner. Just boxing everything in, really. And again, this isn't something that you necessarily need, but it will just make our lives a bit easier to know where all those walls are now, rather than having to figure them out later. Another good end to a part is to just make everything line up properly. So you should end up with this. From this point above that row of yellow, I will take the back of the build specifically is what is important here, but you will have to do it with all sides anyway. And you will place, guess what, 8 rows of yellow concrete on top of the row that we have, which will mean you'll have 9 above in total. And it will be like this. And I am going to slash fill this. I would recommend slash filling this if you can. If you're having problems, just manually fill it. There's one more thing I want to leave on before I call this part officially over. And it's not particularly a huge thing. But yeah, I would do all walls because this will just help us figure out where the ceiling goes in general. And we'll mark out some of it so we can actually start the big boy itself later. That being, of course, the little barns. That's what I'm going to call them, because I don't know what else to call them. But yeah, I won't fill in below this just yet. I guess you can, but I'll worry about that later. That'll be like maybe a next part thing. That'll be like something I do with the ceiling or something. But I don't really think it's hugely necessary to do right now. Okay, really? You're really going to do that to me, guys? Unbelievable. No, 1,000 blocks, you know, the average. And then, yeah, we will just mark where the first kind of house roof thing will start. The first arched roof. Oh, okay, I was pressing D on my keyboard and it didn't like that. So you should have this now. Or more filled in if you choose, but I wouldn't fill in, or I'm not going to fill that in until I have the archways, so yeah. Now, from the back, you want to place red concrete up diagonally, kind of in from this wall of yellow. And you want 11 rows of red concrete. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And if you cross this row and you essentially go just under it, you will be on this row of 4 gray. It's not the backmost row, not the one in front, but one more in front from that. And that will, in fact, be where it lines up. And then you just want this entire back area to be a rectangle of red concrete. Anything in front of this is archway affected, except for the very front. But I'm not going to give you a number for that because it's like 20-something or some big number that doesn't particularly matter. But yeah, and then this is where we will end this part. I do apologize for making you grind out so much at the end, but we would have had to do this anyway, so it is just nice to get it all out of the way and get to a point to where we can really start next part by getting, like, the majority of the room itself done. I think we'll probably start by just, like, finishing the walls first, and then we'll do the, like, rest, or the ceiling, and then the, you know, archways up there with the windows and everything. But, yeah, once you're done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is part 11 of your Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 tutorial complete. We're looking pretty good so far in the game station. I was a little bit more like, oh god, last part or earlier this part, I really can't remember, I recorded them back to back, but yeah, we're definitely getting somewhere solid. There is a lot of detail that we still need to add, and we could certainly be doing better, but I'll take this. This will probably definitely be under 20 parts for this first segment in general. But yeah, again, thank you guys for you guys did enjoy this video. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Or night. Oh, voice crack. And I will see you on the next one. Bye.